the gospel of the Lord. Today's gospel presents to us two disciples or two types of disciples, Judas Iscariot and Mary. They are two poles apart. Judas Iscariot, official disciple of Jesus, professional disciple, let's say it in today's language, and Mary, unofficial disciple, amateur disciple. But who was better? A disciple who was not strictly speaking one of the 12, and Mary was praised much. Probably in today's context, in COVID-19, we need to think today of real disciples today in the coronavirus time. The disciples who are real heroes and heroines on the street, the hospitals, people who are we call as corona warriors. Probably they are the amateur, unofficial disciples, probably the real disciple, far more better disciple than me or you who are listening. What is the difference between the disciples of the time and the disciple, let's say, Mary, the sister of Martha and Lazarus? Today, we may find more and more unofficial disciples and amateur disciples of Jesus. Their number is always increasing. Probably they are much more real disciples than official disciples in the church. Probably after coronavirus or lockdowns are over, we may have a new way of living, new way of being a disciples, and probably official disciples may disappear and unofficial disciples may come into the light, and already happening. And one pure and good example is Mary. What was her speciality? Three good examples of discipleship we can see in her. First thing, service. She served. What was the service she did? She washed the feet of Jesus. It is the work of a servant. And in turn, Jesus would serve the same action again or do the same action again on the Last Supper day, washing the feet of his disciples. A great example set by our master to the disciple, an example of a servant, which was already done by a disciple, unofficial disciple, Mary. Today, the disciples need to have this quality, a quality of service, not quality of a general, not quality of a leader, not quality of a superior, but quality of a servant, that is service. And that is what today we see in the world, the warriors of corona, service, unofficial disciples. Second quality of courage, quality of being unconventional, disciple, quality of breaking the barriers and borders of conventions. And this is what Mary did. Mary as a woman cannot come into a public scene. It was not permitted at that time. A woman cannot come into a public scene and untie the hair and a kind of do a public scene to the crowd there. She had the courage to break the barriers of the time and come and do that service. That speaks volumes of courage in her life. No disciples could do that. No official disciples could do that. Today's disciples need this unconventional, courageous attitude, which probably official disciples miss today. The courage to break the barriers, courage to be unconventional, and courage to serve. Third quality, relationship. A strong relationship. And this relationship need not be physical or physically close relationship. A kind of relationship in mind and heart. Discipleship is a relationship, and that is proved by Mary. Judas expressed discipleship differently in words: a relationship for the poor, a relationship for his master, but only in words. It remained in words. Whereas Mary showed that relationship in action, in deeds, not in words. Today, we need to have a relationship, body, mind, and heart. And this relationship will be expressed in our way of living, way of relating, way of approaching everything. And what is this relationship? It's not a relationship only to God alone, a relationship with everything. And our discipleship will be defined and will be determined the way we relate with the world, with the people, and with God. And everything is related in discipleship. Mary showed that. We may be physically distant, but there is a relationship that is connecting all of us today with the people. And that is a sign of discipleship. May Mary inspire us, continue to inspire us, and her tribe continue to thrive in today's society. And let that discipleship increase ever and ever more.